Now guys, this week's work is I want us to draw the front, top and side views, and 3D, freehand 3D will do, and do some colours. So I'm going to start with this one. Now I just worked through the freehand sketch, so basically I'm going to put it up on the top right hand corner here. Just do a quick check. Now that's say 85, 90 and 70, 160 and okay, so one side view will do anyway, so we'll have plenty of room. So I'm just going to sketch lightly, so it's a small bit longer, I think 70, so it's a tiny bit longer roughly than it is high. Now I don't really care too much about what the measurements are here, but I'm going sketching this cube or this rectangular prism light. So that is going to be this. So then I'm going to just guess they're up 20 roughly. Now I'm drawing this smaller, but this, I don't care about the measurements on this, it's just what I'd call the proportion. So that's like an upside down T. So I'm going to put 2 dots there for that upside down T. They go kind of up straight, and because that now is finished, I'm going to heavy this in, the T part of it. Now what's happening here then, that's heavy going back on the ground all the way to the end, goes all the way up here. Now just take that back light, come in about this much, and we've got an L here at the end. So that is the L shape here at the end, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just really light take that line back along there. Now that's heavy, and this goes back at this angle to here. I think I'm actually going to use a pen to heavy this in. Now don't go using pen on it until you're certain that everything you have is right, but it just comes out a little bit darker. So now what we've got here now is an angle. It goes from here to there straight. So again, I wouldn't go drawing that now in pen. Freehand sketch that. And the same on the ground from here back to there. And now I can heavy them in. And finally now, this slopes up to there. Now it doesn't matter if it goes behind the thing or not. So yours may go behind that. That doesn't make a difference. And that there now is our 3D object. Now, I think I will just rub out these lines here, but it's not a big deal. Now I'm just going to put in a ground surface underneath that. I should have done that in pen. Anyway. And I'm going to do a little bit of shading here now. So we're going to use a few different colors here now, the usual. So instead of just coloring it all in green, so I'm going to pause this video now while I color in the rest of this, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the question. So as you can see here, just putting on a few different colors. Now it's okay to use the same color twice if you don't have too many, but try to use you know, different color for definitely the top, the front, and you know, you could use orange here and there because they're not touching. So just to show what I was talking about there, I used gold on both of those surfaces. And finally there, look, if you're stuck for colors, you could always use a highlighter. Alrighty, so there is our 3D, and the only thing I didn't do there now is I didn't put a colour on the ground, which I think is always a good move to do. I usually use yellow, but it seems to be stolen. Okay, so now on to the question. So they said to draw a view looking in from A. So that's going to be the front view, and the side view is looking in from C. So the first thing I want to know is how tall is this? And the tallest height is 75. So I want to make sure that I leave 85 or 90 down. So I want to leave enough room like that. So I have there now enough room there that I'm not going to go off the top of the sheet. So the front view now, I want to put the front view here in close. And the front view is 85 wide. So 85 wide, goes up on the left, goes up on the right. It is 75 tall. And I can actually heavy this in because the whole thing from the front, even though there's bits chopped out, all the top of it is there at the back. And so I can fill in that box. Now this T that we were talking about in the start goes up 20. So that's up 20. And it's in 30 from the left and 35 from the right. So 30 from the left, 35 from the right, and that goes straight up and straight up. And that is actually all of the front view. Now you could, I wouldn't really recommend, I personally would not do the colouring until after. So I wouldn't personally do this, but just maybe for the first one I will. It might help people if you are confused about all of this, about what's going on. So I'm not going to spend too much time now taking care with the colouring, but that's our green surface here. Now, when you're looking in from the front, you're going to see the gold slope going up there. And this is also going to be gold. So I'll just pause that and colour them. Okay, now, it kind of looks the same, but it's very, very different because this is sloping down, whereas that is sloping back. And this is vertical. Now, just to finish this off, and I do think this is so important to understand these, that the red surface is up here and the orange surface is along the right, and the blue surface, and I suppose this is the bad thing now about using a highlighter, is it's hard to do an edge view. There. So that's all the colouring done for the front view. Then on to the top view now next. Now the top view is looking down from above. I might just try and draw in the person here. So looking down from above, the person would be up above it like that, in position B, looking down. So it doesn't matter how much you leave between these views, but 20 will probably work fine. So I would bring down the, the left, the right. We leave about 20 between them. Now the next question is, what's the depth of this? So it's 70. And again, looking down on top of that, it is going to seem like a full rectangle. So I can heavy this in first of all. Now the advantage then of what's called projecting this down is we can be a bit, we don't need to measure everything here now. Now my next concern now, the flat bit on top here is 20. So that flat bit on top, right line across here, is 20, and then I've already measured the distance for this here above, so I'm going to project that down, and that gives me two things now. I know that the red bit, now again, I would not go colouring, I would do all the drawing. If you know what you're doing, I would just do all the drawing first. Oh great, the sun comes out, now I need to close the blinds. Okay, so, and over here then is this golden slope coming down here. Now I know it just looks like a box, but you've got to be able to picture that that's sloping down the ways here. So again there guys, just to remind you, I would do all the drawing myself. You know, if you know what you're at, you would do all the drawing first. Now the front of the T is here. That's an important point, and that joins back to there, which is in 20. So this here now is my sloping line, and all of this up here is red, and down there is my blue surface for this. So I'm going to pause that and color them. Okay, so we've got red on top, the blue triangle here, the slope coming down there. Now what I do want to just look at putting in is, we know the front is green, but we can't really see it. It's an edge view, but it's good to know, just mark where it is. So there's green along there. The right hand side is orange, so looking down from above, that would be the orange surface along there. And again, if that is gold, this line here should be gold, but it could be hard to get it to come out. I'll try to put it in there anyway. So we don't know what colour is over here, so we'll just leave that. Now finally, the side view. Now you have to do this with a 45-degree set square. Just put a light line from the corner of this, and then you can bring these over and straight up. Now you can see there now there's dirt on the T-square, or dirt, a piece of rubber underneath the sheet or something causing that. So I'll bring that over light, bring it up light. I'm going to bring the height across, so I don't need to measure these because I've already measured them once. Now again there, when you're looking in from the side, this is going to be a full rectangle. That won't always be the case, but it is in this particular shape. So I can heavy this in. Now, when you're looking in from the side here, the first thing you're going to see is that orange L shape. So I know it goes up 20 because I measured it already. So I'm going to bring that across, and we know that it comes in 20. Now I have that measured here, so I can either bring that over and up, or you could have just measured in the 20 here as well, which is the same thing. So I'm going to heavy in that. And again there now, I will just put on that orange onto this, but I'll pause it. So that's the orange surface done there. Now what comes next? Now all of this surface is gold, and that's what you're seeing looking in from here. So I'm going to put on this gold surface next. Now as always, lay the pencil down fairly close to level there so that you're using a wide part of the lid for colouring. So there's our orange, there's our gold. The green is going up the front. Now if you're confused about that, follow it over. Here's the green going all the ways up the front. The blue triangle, yes, you can see that along here. Now, finally, and this is important, when you're looking in from the side here, you can't see the sloping surface that's over here. But to show that it's there, we use dotted lines for hidden detail. So that's stuff that you can't see. So what I'm doing there is I know that it starts up 20, which is here, and it joins to in 20, which is there. So that dotted line shows that that golden slope back there, that there's a slope in it. So that is it. I'm just thinking, what am I missing now? So I'm missing the red from on top here in my colors. Just label this. So this is a top view. This is a side view. So front view, top view, side view. And I think that's okay. I might be forgetting an edge view somewhere or another there. So yeah. Best of luck with that. And if again, I would probably draw the front view, top view, side view, and then maybe do the 3D. But it doesn't matter, because you will have a good drawing of it in your book anyway. And have a go at this freehand. I don't care how bad it comes out, but practice your freehand by having a go at this, and we'll do our colours. So yeah, talk to you later.